Good evening, everyone. I'm Rick Perry. I'm a business systems analyst during the day, which means I probably have a lot in common with Lori here. And I develop Android apps on the side. I have the unique privilege of having a side hustle that is fun and interesting and provides extra income, which is great considering the recent performance of my 401k. I founded Starflower Solutions in 2013, and since that time I have developed several successful Android apps that I offer on Google Play. If you'd like to learn more about my apps, scan the QR code in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. If the QR code doesn't work, let me know. I'll give you a business card with a QR code that definitely works. If you'd like to learn more, I have paid and free versions of each app. Free ones have ads, paid ones have extra functionality and 0 ads. GitHub Copilot is transforming how developers work, not by replacing them, but by accelerating time-consuming tasks. A good example is modernizing Android applications, especially updating older code and user interfaces. Many legacy apps were built in Java, which is a solid programming language, I should know. However, Kotlin is now the preferred language for Android development. It's more concise, and transitioning an app from Java to Kotlin improves maintainability, but doing it manually is very time-consuming, even for experienced developers. With GitHub Copilot, developers can prompt the AI to convert Java code into Kotlin. The AI understands the original code and produces accurate Kotlin equivalents. Developers still need to review and refine the output, but Copilot does the heavy lifting. Similar challenge exists with interface layouts, user interface layouts, which are written in XML. In early Android development, screens were often designed with nested layouts such as a relative layout or linear layout, which control how the screen elements like buttons, text, graphics, and other items are sized, positioned, and displayed on a mobile screen. These older layouts can be slow to load and may have a less than smooth operation, also known as janky. The more modern constraint layout is now the preferred layout structure. It's more flexible, allowing developers to design responsive, adaptive interfaces with fewer layers and better performance. GitHub Copilot can assist here also. By analyzing outdated layout files, it generates modern equivalents using the constraint layout structure, creating cleaner and more efficient user interfaces. So, what am I doing with AI currently? First, I'm using GitHub Copilot to rewrite user interfaces and convert all of my old linear and relative layouts, the old junk, to constraint layouts. It's very time-consuming to do it manually, but only takes minutes with Copilot. Notice the screenshot on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. The left side shows the original user interface XML code, and the right side shows the revised UI code after GitHub Copilot rewrote it with a constraint layout. It only took a few minutes. Second, because I developed all of my apps in Java, I'm now starting to convert the code in my apps from Kotlin to Kotlin using GitHub Copilot. And what do I plan to do in the future with AI? Well, I'm going to take on a big challenge. I'm going to recreate my Android apps in Apple iOS with Xcode and GitHub Copilot. Yeah. Big challenge. No, I'm not going to use Xamarin. Ask me why later. I may also use Copilot to create new functionality for existing apps. Last, I want to create some new apps for Android and iOS and possibly some mobile games. Yeah, I've got dreams. So, if you use any AI tools like this, I strongly recommend writing a specific and clear prompt of what you want the AI to do. Don't get in too much of a rush. Writing something short like convert to Kotlin may not yield the results you want or expect. It's perfectly normal to revise your prompt and ask the AI to do it again and make some changes. I had to revise my prompt a few times to convert a user interface, such as this one, but the total time was still under 20 minutes. If I did it manually, it would have taken me hours, possibly days, for that single file. Finally, don't just accept what the AI provides verbatim. I'm sure developers in the audience already know this. Review the results and make revisions as necessary. The AI is a tool to help us accomplish things faster and more efficient, not to do everything for us. Also, GitHub Copilot provides a plugin that seamlessly integrates into Android Studio. I'm hoping it'll do the same thing with Xcode. I'll be around for the rest of the meeting in case any of you want to chat or have any questions. Thank you.